Welcome back to the news, and we are kicking things off with a massive shake-up in the world of cricket. The International Cricket Council is launching a major investigation into Cricket Canada following serious allegations of match corruption. This probe follows a documentary aired by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, which raised serious questions about governance and integrity within the team. We dive into what the International Cricket Council is looking for regarding the loss to New Zealand at the T20 World Cup.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we turn our attention to the massive financial pressure surrounding the upcoming global football spectacle. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has responded directly to the furious backlash over the astronomical ticket prices for the 2026 World Cup. Infantino is defending the pricing structure, arguing it is a necessary financial mechanism to sustain the organization through the long gap between tournaments, despite intense criticism from fans about accessibility. Now, we shift gears completely to the cultural heartbeat of the game. Comedian Kevin Bridges is heading out on an incredible new BBC documentary Journey to Brazil and the United States to explore the deep cultural significance of football ahead of the World Cup. He will be meeting players, supporters, and locals as Scotland prepares for its first World Cup appearance in 28 years, reflecting on what has changed in the beautiful game. And finally, we get a deeply personal look at the stars of the show. In a story that explores the intensity of global competition, we hear from the World Cup winner Kildun, who is opening up about his personal struggle with body dysmorphia. Stay with us as we keep the coverage coming. The International Cricket Council is launching an investigation into Cricket Canada following allegations of match corruption, specifically referencing the team's recent loss to New Zealand at the T20 World Cup hosted by India and Sri Lanka. The probe stems from claims detailed in a documentary aired by the Canadian public broadcaster, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC. An official statement from the ICC's Integrity Unit confirmed that the Anti-Corruption Unit is aware of the broadcast. Andrew F. Grieve, interim general manager of the ICC's Integrity Unit, stated that the investigation is underway. The documentary made extensive accusations concerning corruption and poor governance within Canada cricket. Specific focus within the scrutiny centers on the fifth over bowled by Captain Dilpreet Bajwa during New Zealand's chase in the Chennai match, which resulted in Canada losing by 8 wickets. Reports from ESPN Cricinfo indicate that in that over, Bajwa began with a no ball, bowled a wide, and ultimately conceded 15 runs. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has vigorously defended the high ticket prices for the 2026 World Cup, clashing with widespread criticism from supporters who have labeled the costs as shameful. As the countdown to the tournament in Canada, Mexico, and the United States intensifies, the debate over ticket accessibility has reached a critical point, with some high-profile seats reportedly priced in the thousands of pounds. In response to the backlash, Infantino asserted that the pricing structure is a financial necessity. He argued that the substantial seasonal income generated during the 39-day tournament is crucial for sustaining FIFA's global operations throughout the intervening years. He emphasized that the World Cup is the primary, and currently only, source of revenue for the organization, stating, "We generate revenue in 1 month. For the remaining 47 months, until the next World Cup, we spend that money." Critics have voiced strong opposition, particularly citing an 80% surge in Category 1 seat prices since the initial release. However, Infantino justified these costs by highlighting the unprecedented global interest in the expanded 48-team tournament. This framing attempts to shift the focus from corporate profiteering to the economic realities of funding global football development without a year-round league revenue stream. Despite the official justification, fan groups remain dissatisfied, contending that the people's game is becoming unaffordable for traditional supporters. The pressure mounts as final ticket sales approach, compounded by further complaints from fans regarding exorbitant local transit price hikes in host cities, with some U.S. return train fares reportedly increasing sevenfold for match days. FIFA now faces the difficult challenge of balancing its financial requirements with the expectations of an increasingly alienated global fanbase. A new BBC documentary titled In Search of the Beautiful Game will explore the cultural significance and contemporary state of football ahead of the World Cup, featuring comedian Kevin Bridges. Bridges will undertake a journey to Brazil and the United States to meet players, supporters, and locals, examining how the game is experienced across diverse communities and environments. The documentary coincides with Scotland's return to the World Cup after a 28-year absence. The itinerary includes Scotland's matches, which feature an opening encounter against Haiti in Boston, followed by a contest against Morocco, and ultimately a clash with five-time champions Brazil in Miami. Bridges will reflect on the evolution of football since he was a schoolboy, noting a personal disillusionment with the game's current trajectory, while expressing excitement about determining if the game still possesses its soul and beauty. The exploration will delve into themes of identity, community, and change, analyzing how the meaning of football has transformed over time. Scotland secured its spot in the finals in November, following a thrilling 4-2 victory over Denmark at Hampden. Contextually, the 2026 World Cup will feature 48 teams across 16 cities in the US, Canada, and Mexico, running from June 11 to July 19. Commissioning heads at the BBC have praised the project. Kalpana Patel-Knight noted that Bridges, a beloved comedian and lifelong football enthusiast, is embarking on an international mission to gauge the game's enduring appeal. Louise Thornton described the documentary as funny, curious, and heartfelt, highlighting Bridges' unique blend of admiration for Brazil's skill and the traditional passion of a Scottish supporter. The program is set to air in anticipation of the BBC's coverage of the FIFA Men's World Cup 2026. The reigning World Cup winner, Kildun, has opened up about a personal battle with body dysmorphia. The revelation has drawn significant attention from the media and the public, highlighting the often hidden mental health challenges faced by high-profile athletes. Details regarding the extent of the struggle and how it has impacted his career and personal life are emerging as the story develops. This disclosure underscores a growing conversation about mental health awareness in professional sports and the importance of support systems for athletes navigating the intense scrutiny of global competition.